Yes, it's so freely. Yes, 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 yes. So freely. Okay. Yes, this flow. It flows so freely, 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 freely. Oh, listen on. I feel like that beat go hard, y'all. Listen. It's about 3 in the morning. I'm on my way to bed. And before I go to bed, I was like, let's stop by and tell my people stuff because y'all listen, first of all, first and foremost, we're gonna talk about two things we're gonna be done. Okay. Well, maybe three things. Blogspot, twospiritmix.blogspot.com. Right underneath the comment section, right underneath the video, there's a little bar that scrolls across twospiritmix.blogspot.com, twospiritmix@gmail.com is where you can reach me. Of course, those of you who are getting casework down with me, you will have an email accessible to me, or you can, reach me while the whole time we're doing the casework. I honestly, guys, got out of doing text messages, and I would say like two of my regular people do text me, and I'm okay with their text messages because it's not overwhelming. I'm not getting messages about, things that they could find on the blog spot. And that was a thing from the past. People would always ask me about, readings or, how much is for this reading, for that reading. And, it's on the blog spot. So, of course, you're going to reach out to me to ask these questions, but you would get a quicker response based off you going to the blog spot, seeing what we offer, and then messaging me about booking. And so either way, you guys, those are the two things that I'm burping this shit too because I had some sparkling water. I don't know if y'all drink sparkling water before y'all go to bed, but that's a good thing to do. So, two things. I told y'all this, right? As a side note. No, it's not a side note. So I told y'all, okay, I have no criminal record. Anybody out there who knows me, sister, best friend, mother, father, sister, we can verify that I have no criminal record on anything. There's nothing out there. I've not done anything to break the law and to be charged with it or for it, right? And so a lot of these people, and that's why I really want to come forward because it really goes into the level of manifestation and how it's set up for you on this side and the next side, okay? Or the other side, right? The side that is coming up. Okay. And so, and if you understood what I said, you understood what I said when I just said what I said. So either way, at a point of time, I would say for 2 years, it was showing court cases in different parts of California. And I told y'all that was because I had relatives that used my name. Okay. And it's how even these spiritual people assumed that my name was Terrence. Okay, because I had a relative use my name, had mail sent to their place, which got on my credit report. And we know when there's a credit report or there's creditors, they intermingle whoever, it's like a track record, right? Whatever, let's say for a good example, if this is a good example. I had a credit card sent to a certain address, and just so happened my sister had a credit card sent to this address. Every time you look up her name or her whatever credit report, it's going to show that possible relatives, close relatives, or it's going to make it seem like we're the same person, right? And so this is what happened, y'all. These people that were using my name, y'all, from 2011 up until like 2020, two of them both got, right? One of them is actually behind bars for kidnapping of a prostitute. And the other one is behind bars because they're accused of committing a horrendous crime. But it's all about the grace of God. Because y'all, they literally did a lot of fucked up shit to a lot of people. And I was one of their victims. And so I had to hire a lawyer, had to fight with all this bullshit. And I ended up getting a check from the CFPB. If you don't know who the CFPB is, it's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And I was letting creditors and places know that, girl, that was not me, whatever the other girl. They just kept, no, it is just. So anyway, I got paid. Y'all, unexpectedly, on the 6th of December, a check was sent out. I got my check. I barely found it today. And I'm just saying, girl, what is owed to you will always be, it will always come to you, whether it takes 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. What is yours will always find its way to you, right? I believe that I am a magnet and I attract all that I need. So I don't have to go chase. I don't ever have to break, bend, fake it. And that's like you're telling y'all, I don't fake. I don't want to fake for a check. I don't fake. I don't want to fake for friends. I don't fake. I don't want to fake for followers. I don't fake. I don't want to fake for any type of connection on this planet, because at the end of the day, me being who I am is going to attract the people, place, and things that I need within my circle to be who it is that I am. We all need to be nourished, right? We're like a plant. We're like a flower. We have to be watered. We have to be nourished. And depending on what type of people nourish us, it will depend on what type of flower we blossom to be. So when you're nourished with clean water, when you're nourished with positivity, when you're nourished with water that is healing, sweet water, then you flourish and your tree produces sweet berry and sweet fruit. When you're watered by dirty water, when you're watered by contaminated water, when you're watered by water that's filled with radiation, then you blossom or you grow contaminated fruit, contaminated flowers. And so that's always been my thing. I never, ever wanted to be, y'all. I told y'all we had many opportunities over these years since I've been on YouTube to sell out, to fold, to become something, a fake identity that I chose not to be or chose not to be a part of. And in the end, I won. And that's all that matters. In the end, I won. In the end, I'm winning. And so that was blowing, right? Mind blowing for me, y'all, to have received this check. Okay? Mind blowing, right? For all the times, all the shit that I've been through with those motherfuckers. Now, moving it right on. There is an update that I'm going to put out, and you guys are going to see this. I did get an email from one of my people. Shout out to you. Where they were asking about New Year's deals and New Year's specials for readings, etc. I decided, you guys, to do readings back with consultations, because I feel like a lot of people are confused about consultations and readings. And I also feel like there's two ways to go about this. So a traditional consultation would be considered a collaboration, meaning that you're hitting me up, you want to talk about, things, but you don't really plan on doing work with me, right? So that would be more of a collaboration. And we already talked about what the collaboration is. You can check out the blog spot. It's, it'll tell you what a collaboration is. Going into a consultation, that will be a reading, right? So we will be connecting, vibing. You'll be asking about casework. You'll be asking about, you'll be asking about casework, or, you're interested in getting work done, et cetera, et cetera. And like that, we will do a reading to clarify. So that way you get insight on the real, I get insight on the real. Because sometimes you may not know the inside of the situation. You may not know what's going on. In your mind, you're like, hey, this is what I'm sensing. This is what it is. And then once I get started on the work, I'm like, wait a minute, it's more to the story. And I don't want to make it seem like I bit off more than I chewed, right? Than I can chew. So I don't want to say, okay, this level of casework is this, this is the level. And then I realize that shit, there's going to be a lot of work. It's going to entail a lot of work, right? And so now I'm reaching out, and I've never done this, y'all, by the way. Hey, we need more money, blah, 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 blah. So to prevent all that, to prevent the confusion, we're going to just flatly say consultations are readings now, okay? And so for an hour for a consultation, it's $300. For an hour or 30 minutes for a consultation, it is going to be don't quote me. I think I said $150. Somebody hit me up about it. Okay. So I will come back if I need to revisit this and go over what it's going to be. That's how it is. So readings and consultations are going to be together. Another thing too, I also feel like this is good to say. This is good to be, because a lot of times, you guys, and I kind of see why a lot of people, they offer readings, they kind of go into hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I like to put up boundaries. I like to also, could you imagine, y'all, you sitting down here for 3 or 4 hours with somebody, and you're doing a reading on changes, And then during this reading, it comes up something about their mom or their dad. Now they're asking questions about their mom or their dad. And then now it's a trickling effect. And then it leaves more room for more questions. And then you're tapping in and you're giving. So it's like, I have set it up to do hour readings, and y'all, sometimes we go into 2 hours, sometimes we go into an hour and a half. And a lot of times I try not to book my readings back to back, but it will over flood, or, it will go over, and I won't hang up. I won't say, hey, I gotta go. And I'll end up, the next customer who I'm late to the reading for, I either have to reschedule the reading, or I have to make it up by saying, hey, I'll offer you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? And I have no problem doing that. But this is why I said I need to be more firm. Like, the reading is an hour. Maybe it can go over hour 15, but hour and a half, 2 hours over. No. We have to be very firm and stern with that, right? And of course, going into me, have my little planner book now, so I write everything down. Based on what I do, it has to be scheduled. Okay, anything outside the schedule, baby, we're not doing that. Okay, and so even going into the back of the day, people, one of my people, gave me a timer to kind of time. Okay, it's an hour. The bell goes off. Okay, we're done with the reading. Blah 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 blah. If you want to continue, you can send over more money. And so, like I said, these are just things we're gonna be really working on in 2025. And yeah, I'm excited to even share with y'all new ways that we're gonna be doing things. Some of you already know about this because we already kind of did it, but just new ways of doing things, a new approach to different ways of manifesting. So there we go. Check out the blog spot today. For sure, it's going to be up before that clock strikes midnight. Collaborations will be separate from consultations, but consultation will be considered a reading. So you don't have to go in and say, I want a reading. Well, you could say that, but readings and consultation is going to be the same thing now, right? We're putting them together. And then for a collaboration, meaning you don't want to get the work, but you do want to get an idea about how to do a certain thing, like that, we'll consider that a collaboration. Now, of course, the title of the video says, your most powerful, I was going to put your most powerful weapon, but your most powerful gift, you guys, is something that a lot of people overlook. Our minds, you guys, are so, it's so amazing, first and foremost, but our mind has to make sense of something for it to find security, which means that our mind is meant to be curious. Our mind is meant to wonder. Our mind is meant to think about think about things, right? That's why we have to keep ourselves balanced. We have to keep ourselves in the moment, because our mind is wondering what's going to happen in the future, what's going to happen, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. What I've learned in the past few years is that allow the physical body to do what it does, but stand strong in knowing that your greatest power is knowing that whatever you're working on has already happened. Knowing that your candles that you're lighting, knowing that your offerings that you're offering is a gift and a gratitude to your spirits for allowing you to manifest what it is you're trying to manifest. And the greatest gift that we all have is our imagination. If you can imagine it, you could be it. If you can think it, you could become it. That is the greatest power that we all have. And there's ways to get your imagination up. There's ways to feed your imagination. That's why even going into children are very in tune. Children are very knowing of things because they have a great imagination. Y'all, I'm a grown ass bitch. In my imagination, I have a very vivid imagination. And that's how I'm able to manifest. That's how I'm able to get certain things, to do certain things. And of course, first place and things will try to distract. It will try to deter. It'll try to block, snap you back into reality. But as I said before, we live in a third dimensional world, but we can only comprehend 2 dimensions. Once again, we live in a third dimensional world, but we're only able to comprehend two dimensions. As a side note, it is scientifically proven that soaking your phone in rice does not dry your phone. Right? This is scientifically proven, y'all. But can you answer this? And I'll be willing to put this to test for anybody. Can you tell me how does it that my phone is put into rice and it always makes it? I literally left my phone in a bowl of water, y'all, for 24 hours. And the first thing I thought when I woke up and I saw that was, oh my God, your phone needs to be put in a bag of rice. I took a bag of rice. I filled up a Ziploc bag of rice, put the phone in there, let it sit in there for a day and a half. Y'all, when I took that phone out of that bag of rice, that phone came on like nothing happened. I was so ecstatic too, y'all. And I was on the phone with Julie. And I was like, oh my God, the phone is coming on. Like, I couldn't believe it. And so I had to ask, because she's like, how is that even possible? I'm like, I don't know. But I just really believe that this shows that we are in a third dimensional world, but we can only comprehend and understand two dimensions. And so that goes into the third dimension being the supernatural world. That goes into things happening in the third dimension because it's meeting the second dimension, the lower dimensions, with the higher dimensions. That go to show me that our imagination is what wonders and flows in the third dimension. So we're able to manifest into the third dimension and experience it on the second dimension or in the second dimension because we believed it to be so. That's amazing. That's amazing, y'all. That's amazing. Going into manifesting, going into all this stuff. And I was even thinking about this as well to a sign line. I'm going to be done because like I said, I'm really going to bed now. And I feel my brain like shutting down and shit. We live in a world where it is psychotic for someone who was born anatomically male to think and feel that they are female. But it is not psychotic for people to praise and worship a energy they've never seen before. We live in a world where it is psychotic or weird for someone of the same sex to be attracted to someone of the same sex. But it is not weird for someone to call refried beans vegan scrambled eggs. I was literally looking at a video a couple of days ago where the lady was like, yeah, people always ask me how I can make vegan scrambled eggs. This is how I do it. She took garbanzo beans, put it in a blender, put it in a pan, y'all, and basically was tossing the beans in the motherfucking pan and said, voila, vegan scrambled eggs. Baby, can we call a thing a thing? If a transgender woman is a man still, then a Christian is a psychopath. The vegan scrambled eggs, that's refried beans, babe. Girl, if you're talking about vegan chicken and it's or vegan fish is fried hearts of palms, no, baby, it's hearts of palms fried, girl. Let's call a spade, girl. If we're gonna cut down the tree at the root and we're gonna chop it down to the base, let's take it back to square one then, babe. Refried beans, okay, bitch, let's talk about it. Bitch, ain't no motherfucking meatless tacos and you doing potatoes. Girl, those are samosas. Stop playing in our face, girl. Talk about spa water. No, that's agua fresca, bitch. Let's talk about it, girl. No, it's not almond milk, girl. It's almond cream. It's almond liquid. It's soaked almond juice. Like, let's call a spade in, girl. Let's all play even. Flour and water is not vegan fried chicken because then they say flour and water and you fry it up and it's vegan chicken. Girl, bye. That is nothing but fried flour, girl. Stop it. Those are hush puppies, sis. Girl, talking about it's vegan chicken. Oh, better yet, girl, when they take the quinoa, and I got some of those in the freezer, by the way, and they mix the black beans and the mushrooms together and call it a vegan burger. No, baby, that is fried mushrooms with quinoa and fucking black beans, girl. Girl, that's burnt and flipped, mixed in with cornmeal, whatever, beans, girl. Stop it. Girl, let's call a spade a spade, girl. Let's not call McDonald's McDonald's. Let's call McDonald's McDeath or McDiabetes. Okay? Let's go and do that. Let's not call Wendy's Wendy's. Let's call it when you gonna die. Like I said, let's call a spade a spade, girl. We're gonna listen. I'm here for it all, baby. I'm good for what's good for the goose, good for the gander. I'm here for it all, girl. What was that cereal that Lizzo said? Coconut cereal and shit, where she put the fruit in the bowl at the coconut water. Talk about some cereal. No, girl, that was a fruit bowl soaked in fucking girl in coconut water. We're gonna call it a fruit bowl being rehydrated in coconut water. Says, let's call a spade what the fuck it is. A spade. Bitch, girl, like I said, let's stop being cute. Okay? If we're gonna call people out on this shit, let's call it all out. Okay, girl, no, you're not rocking blonde hair, girl. You're rocking faded and decaying brown hair. Let's talk about it, bitch. Hello, that's like I said. That's what I'm here for, bitch. That's what it's gonna be for now on for me, girl. Oh, I got blonde hair, girl. Girl, how the fuck you bleach your hair blonde when you took a peroxide and mixed it with a powder and you basically just faded your own hair color, girl? You didn't fucking bleach your hair or dye your hair or made your hair blonde. You just took the color out your hair. Like I said, girl, let's all play the right way. Let's all play the right way, girl. You ain't manifesting with PPP loans, girl. You fucking scamming and cheating. Let me stop. I'm getting goofy now. Anyway, listen. That's what I was coming by here for, honey. TwoSpiritMiss.blogspot.com, 28spirit8misstate@gmail.com. Y'all gotta take my spit, girl. It's New Year's Eve, y'all. I'll try to be back for Man I Make the Noise tonight, too, y'all. We're gonna be watching some tea tonight. I'll tell you that. And yes, girl, I'll be back, y'all. Like I said, check out the blog spot. It'll be up before midnight of January the 1st. And yes, y'all, I will be, maybe if not on the 1st, the 2nd, available for readings and stuff. Like I said, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, y'all, bye for now. Love and light, love and true.